Welcome back to another episode of Caldwell Courtside. My name is Devin Long, and I'm joined by my co-host, Michaela Frias today. Today, we're joined by national championship cross-country runner, Daniel Butler, here at the College of Idaho. Danny, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Doing good. We're excited to have you here, Danny. So we kind of wanted to get things rolling with a little bit of a background. So tell us kind of how your interest for cross-country started and where that love began.
Yeah, so I started running in 6th grade. I think it was track season. Before that, I actually played football. Believe it or not, I was a center. Yeah, and one of my teammates invited me out to run cross country. He's like, hey, I think you might like this more because I wasn't really enjoying football. And so during track season, I ran the mile, did pretty good in it, and then ran cross country that fall and just have been running ever since. So yeah, just started running long distance and found out I was good at it and liked it and just kept rolling from there.
Yeah. So take us a little bit through your journey of like getting to college and kind of how you wanted to lead some of those goals from the passion that you started into more of a like outstanding collegiate career.
Yeah, so I was pretty decent at cross country all the way until my sophomore year of high school. My freshman year, it was not my best season, and that was kind of like a turning point in my career. My mom gave me the ultimatum of like, you need to start taking this seriously, like training up once like in the off season, or I'm going to make you quit because it's like a lot just like traveling, especially when you have 3 other siblings who are all playing sports too. So that year really just stepped up my training and stuff. I think I was like biking, like doing like 45-mile bike rides with my dad that summer because he rode bikes. So did that, came back my sophomore year, took 6th at state. And it was like, oh, like I can go to college for this. Like that was like something I didn't really think I could do. So just kept training hard the next couple of years. Started getting looked at by colleges. College of Idaho reached out to me and came on a visit. Absolutely loved it and just came here.
Thanks. And then you're team captain, correct?
One of them. Our team has like a weird dynamic of like we let like natural leaders just come out, and so we'll have a few leaders on the team at a few times at the same time.
So, like, as one of the captains of the team, how do you, like, motivate your team throughout the hard parts of the seasons? Like, you guys have a pretty long season. You got long races, long runs. How do you motivate you and, like, your teammates to keep pushing it through those hard parts of the season?
For sure. I mean, I'm pretty lucky to have, like, the group I do. Everyone's really just locked in on what we're doing. We all have the same kind of mindset, like, we want to win. And this year, like, that mindset was, like, the best it's ever been. I mean, over the years, we talked about winning championships. This year coming in, everyone was kind of locked in. We all had the same goal, so it's pretty easy to just keep the guys kind of going. And I had to do more of like managing emotions this year, I would say, just like, hey guys, like let's take this one meet at a time. Like we've done all this training, like you guys worked so hard, let's go show that off this weekend. We'll take it one meet at a time. Let's go win this one, win the next. And yeah, we were just mostly focused on winning the conference championship first, because no team has ever won a national championship without winning the conference championship first. And we knew there's some pretty good teams there. So it's like, hey, we're going to take it one meet at a time, go win conference, and then we'll go win nationals.
All right. But yeah, congratulations on winning both conference and nationals team championships. So, and those are pretty big accomplishments, like we just said. How, as a team, did you guys get there? Like, how do you think you separated yourselves from the other teams in the conference pool or at the national?
Yeah. So my sophomore year, we had a pretty good season. I think we kind of surprised everyone, including ourselves, on like what we could do. I think that year we took 5th. So after that year, it was just like we had that national championship like at our sights since then. Just been going after it every year. There's been a lot of talk about it every single year. I'd say like a big improvement we've made as a team is just like our culture. We're more of a family than we are a team. Like we always spend so much time together. We're always in the cafeteria together. Often like putting 2 tables together, and we spend a lot of time with each other outside of practice and like dinner and stuff. We're always hanging out, always doing stuff. So it just feels like a big family, and it's really nice. Like we can go out there on race day because running is just such like a really difficult sport mentally, as well as physically. And when you go out there and it's really tough in the middle of the race. You just think about these like family members you have right beside you. Like, hey, like I got to do my part because I know my family is working their butt off. Got to go out there and do my best. So yeah, I mean, our culture has had a big shift, and that comes from a lot of guys down the road, like for the past years, including Coach Don. I mean, he's only been head coach for 3 years, and he's just done wonders to the program from influencing that culture, changing our weights routine, make it really good, changing up our training, making that just spectacular. It's just been awesome. Just so many good changes, and they've all been in the right direction. And this year we saw the pieces fall together. Won that conference national championship, and it was really awesome to see that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of mentioned some of those like emotional aspects that you had to control. So looking back on seasons past and kind of reflecting on your upcoming last year, starting of this season, what were some of your individual goals that you were trying to reach for? And like, what did that look like for you in preparing for this season?
So after my last year season, I finished second in the conference and then 11th at nationals. So I was a top conference returner this year. So one of my biggest goals was to go out there and go win conference. And then I was going to also go for that national title for individual. That was in the ballpark, except this year there was crazy runner up front. Don't think I could have gotten first, but I do think I had a really good shot at getting second. Was definitely in the running for it. So, I mean, talked to Don before the season started. I said, I want to go out there and want to win the conference championship. I want to try to win as many races as I can individually. I want our team to win every single meet, including conference to nationals, and then want to go place as high as I can at nationals. And he was just on board with it right away. And he's like, heck yeah, like, let's go get this done. And so that was really awesome. And also just had other teammates that were just encouraging me along the way. Like, I was talking to Hayden Bostrom. Him and I were talking all last summer and like throughout the fall, just like, hey, like, let's go. Let's place like as high as we can at nationals. Like, we're going to be insane this year, like just hyping each other up. And that was super awesome to have.
And like specifically talking about kind of your training, take us through like what that looked like in preseason and then transitioning into the start of the season.
Yeah. So we start training for cross country during the summer. So we have like, I think a 9-week buildup. So that's like, we do like a long run to be like 100 minutes long, do like a few easy runs, like a workout, like a 60-minute, like progressive tempo run where we start slow and get faster throughout it. Or we'll do like hill sprints of like 10 by like 30-second sprints up the hill and then jog back down, recovery and stuff. So just super, I guess, like easy training for us at least. And you've been doing this for a while, that's pretty easy. And then we get to the season and our long run's about an hour and a half. And then we have a few easy days, and then we have 2 workouts a week. One of them's like 6 miles of just like 800 meters fast, 800 meters slow. That's like a good one we do. And then we have a Fort Boise workout we do on Saturdays. So you go up to the foothills of Boise, and we have this loop up there. I think it's 2.8 miles long. So the older guys would do like 3 loops of that. Don will tell us like how to run it and stuff. So yeah, just some really hard workouts that we do in the fall that really prepare us when we're out there on race day.
Dang, that's insane. Shame. Yeah, it's a lot of running. You can one of the workouts. So back to like you're winning your national championship. Take us back into that moment when you realize your team has won. After you finish your race, what is the feeling going through your head, and like what was it like to celebrate with the team after?
Yeah. So actually during the race, I was running there, and Dom was yelling at me. He's like, Danny, we are down 25 points. Like, we need to start catching guys. And it's like in the last 1K of the race, and I was kind of in no man's land. Had like a bunch of guys in front of me. I had a bunch of guys that were trying to kick me down from behind. And so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to catch those guys in front of me because they're way ahead. I'm just gonna make sure I hold these guys off in the back, and hopefully my team does their job. And so I crossed the finish line, had no idea where we were at as a team. I was like, we either won it or we're like just getting second or third right now, which would have still been really hype, but not as hype as the national championship. And so I'm sitting in the tunnel afterwards, and I see Hayden and Eli come in, and so we're all huddled together. Enrique comes running in, has like the live results pulled up, and he's like, guys, like, I think we got it. I'm like, Enrique, like, calm down. Like, I'm like, let's wait a sec. I'm like, there's still like guys coming in, like, we don't know how the score's gonna play out. He's like, no, I think you guys got it. I'm like, I don't know yet. So I just walk out of the tunnel, and you go back there, and there's this giant projector screen, has like all the team scores and has like the runners coming in. And so I see like Oaks on our number 5 come in, and the score changes. We are in second place, and we hop in front of Milligan Spurs. I was like, guys, like, we did it, we won. And we started like going crazy, hugging each other and stuff. Yeah, and it was like hugs all around, super fun. It was like kind of surreal, where it's like, we just won this thing, like, that's insane. And then we had to go to the start line to go pick up our stuff and go train the girls. And I was like picking up my stuff, and I remember it's like being on all fours, like I was about to be on I was about to like start crying right there. I was like, it's like, oh my gosh, we did this. So it was just super awesome. I mean, still kind of feels surreal. I mean, it's really fun just carrying that banner every time we pick it up and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, we won this thing. Super awesome though. Just great feelings.
Yeah, and then like to bounce off that, you know, you're a decorated athlete. You know, you won conference run of the year. You're the region runner of the year. What do those like personal awards personally mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, those are just awesome. Coming into the season, I was hoping I was like NAIA run of the week, like just like one time, or like maybe like got recognized by the USTF CCCA like one time. So to be named like the West Region Athlete of the Year, I mean, that was pretty awesome to see. I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't think this was like in my wheelhouse. So seeing like that award like coming to me, that was super awesome. I remember I ran into Dom, like I was walking back to my house after class one day, and he was like, dude, you won it. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, he's like, yeah, you won it. I'm like, that's insane. He's like, yeah. He's like, our coach of the year too. I was like, this is awesome. So it was really cool to see like all the awards like coming in to everyone. So yeah, and it was super awesome too. I mean, I had Hayden and Eli right behind me at every race. I mean, we went 1 through 3 every single race. So if I didn't get it, then one of them probably would have got it. So it's really cool to have that amount of depth on the team, that amount of talent. Yeah, super awesome.
It really shows like how deep your guys' support system ran just throughout the team altogether, and kind of taking a shift now towards maybe life post cross country. What are your plans moving forward?
Yeah, so I recently got accepted to PT school. So that's my plan. I think I'm going to go to University of Utah. So I got an interview at Creighton. I don't know if I'm going to go take that. I'm waiting for UW to get back to me. Right now the plan is to go to University of Utah. And then I've been thinking a lot about my running career. Don't know what that's going to be like yet. Reached out to one of my teammates I had last year. He's running on a pro squad right now in Flagstaff, Arizona. And he said he thinks he can get me on a contract down in Salt Lake. So if that happens, might be going pro, which that would be pretty cool. Don't know if I can balance that out in PT school, but might as well try.
Absolutely. It sounds like you have a ton of wonderful things kind of ahead. And just to wrap up, what is some advice that you'd have for any younger runners or people kind of wanting to start getting into running?
Yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere. I mean, those runs where you're running like 12-minute mile pace, I mean, that's like where you got to start, honestly. Like running's not easy, but it is a sport that is super rewarding. And the more you train, the better you will get. That's kind of guaranteed unless like you're overtraining and injuring yourself. But yeah, just go for it. Like go out on a run. I have never regretted going on a run in my life. That's something Dom has told me, and that sticks in the back of my head when I'm thinking about, no, I don't want to train today. I'm just like, I tell myself I've never regretted going on a run. So just go for it. Do your training. Yeah, and just set your goals high, because I mean, with running, I mean, the work you put in just does wonders, and you can get really good, even if you're not super talented right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Danny. We really appreciate you coming in and talking with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Elkan, for tuning in to another episode, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.